Hi everybody. Today we are going to learn paragraph writing. And what kind of paragraph? Descriptive paragraph writing. You had done paragraph writing earlier too. I told you to write a narrative paragraph. Today we are going to do descriptive. Let's look at what paragraph is. Earlier also I explained to you the same thing. A paragraph is a group of sentences about one main idea. It can be short or long depending on if the topic or idea you have been covering has been fully explored in that paragraph. All the sentences are supporting the main idea. It is recommended that the paragraph should be no longer than 10 lines. Now this is the definition of a paragraph. Like there should be one main idea and all the other sentences are supporting that main idea. So we explore one main idea in the whole paragraph, right? If we have to change the idea, we change the paragraph. Now let's look at the kinds of paragraphs. These two I discussed with you. There are 4 types of paragraphs: descriptive, narrative, expository and persuasive. Now we have done, if you remember, we have done narrative paragraph earlier. That is a kind of tale, telling a story. The story means something that telling some experience, narrating some experience. And today we are going to do descriptive paragraph. So what is descriptive paragraph? This is factual description. Means you have to describe something on the basis of facts. Now there are different things to describe which you need to do. Sometimes you describe some event, sometimes you describe some place, sometimes you describe some certain object, like that. Sometimes you describe certain process. So this is actually factual description, and you have to put your ideas in order. Means when you describe, you have to create such picture through words in the mind of the person, the reader, that the person can imagine that scene. So that is that is important for descriptive paragraph. Now let's go ahead and see what is the content of a descriptive paragraph. Okay, so when did the event occur? Venue of time, the event, suppose it is an event. Sequence of program, information about participants, chief guest, judges, kind of organization, people responsible for program, arrangements, results if describing a contest. Now, so let's look at these things. Suppose we are doing the description of some event. In that event, these are the things that you have to describe, like the date. For example, so you are describing your annual day. So you say our annual day took place on this particular date in this month. Sequence of program. First we had field activities. After that we had exhibition. Then we had lunch, and then cultural program for the parents. So that is the sequence. Now information about participants, chief guest and judges. Who was the chief guest on that day? That you have to say the person who was the chief guest. Then if there were some judges, that you have to tell. So it could be anything, either participants or chief guest or judges. Now kind of organization, people responsible for program. So who all people organized what which activity, and then results if describing a contest. So this is not the contest, so you have to write only relevant details. Now this is about describing your annual day. Similarly, any other function you can describe. You can describe your fate. Okay, and then we go next. What are the value points? When you describe these things, what are the value points for different things? Means what will be the main points? If you describe a person, it can be a person also, person based. So if you describe a person, then you will describe physical attributes, how the person looks like, intellectual and emotional qualities, others' perception about him or her, any other relevant trait of him or her by use of an incident. So if you have been asked to describe a person, give a factual description. So what you have to say, how the person looks like, first of all, who the person is, how the person looks like, then what are his qualities, means intellectual and emotional qualities, and then intellectual qualities means whether he is very intelligent, whether he is very quiet type, or you can say kind of he's introvert, extrovert, any of the qualities, and peaceful person or very aggressive, or a person is very emotional, person may be very sensitive. So any qualities that you know about the person, that you have to describe. Then what is others' perception about him or her? Means what do people think, other people think about him or her. One thing is your perception, means what you know about the person, and other thing is what other people think about him or her, and or any other relevant trait of him or her by use of an incident. Any other quality, any other trait that you know and that you can quote with the help of any example. So these are the things which you have to write when you are describing a person. Now let's look at the second thing, place based. If your paragraph is place based, so what are the things that you have to describe in a place? You have to describe location, dimensions, special features about the place. So these are the points which you have to describe when you are describing a place. For example, you have to describe your field. Okay, so your field number 1, you have to tell where it is located, towards the east or west or north or south of the school, and what are the dimensions, what is the size of this field, and any special features about the place. Means how is it, like how big it is as compared to other fields at that height, and what all things are played there, how it is being used. It is it has been given kind of you say the boundary of net, so that your balls do not fall down when you play. You play basketball, football, not basketball, of course you play football. So what are other features? It is used for physical activities, for PT on an annual day. So anything you know about the place you can describe. Now third thing that you have, object based factual paragraphs. In object based, what do you have to describe? Physical description, color, design, material used, etc. Then utility value and special features about the object. If you have to describe any object, then first of all you have to give physical description, how it looks like, what is its color, what is its design, and what material has been used to make it. Then what is its utility, where it is used, and any other special features about the object. Suppose you have to describe your watch. So what is the make of your watch, what is the color of your watch, what is the size, and what is the kind, and then how you use it, how useful it is for you, and then any special feature of your watch, it has got an alarm, or it tells you, probably it's a smart watch, it also tells you about how much you have walked, the number of steps in a day, how much calories you have lost, anything you can write about. So this is how you write factual paragraphs. Now let's go ahead. I'll just give you one example of a paragraph. This is simple paragraph of an object. We have taken an object as an example. Now this is the paragraph about a washing machine. So let's read the paragraph and try to understand how a factual paragraph looks like. A washing machine is a convenient appliance that is used for washing clothes. The automatic washing machine has a central drum that is used for holding the clothes. There is a dispensing tray where the detergent and additives can be put in. The control panel has knobs which control the temperature and allow users to select different modes of operation. The drum also helps to dry clothes by spinning like a centrifuge machine. A washing machine is usually made of metal parts, but some of them are reinforced plastic. They may be front opening or top loading. So this is about a washing machine. Means what is the use, how it looks like, and what is it made of, all these things. This is one paragraph. Now similarly you have to write a paragraph. Let's go to the assignment. And your assignment is write a factual paragraph in 80 to 100 words on the following. And what is the topic? My school library. Now your school library, that is junior school library, you have to describe. Okay, so what would you describe when you write about your library? You will write where it is situated, right? What is roughly, approximately, what is the size of this library? What kind of books are there? Roughly how many books are there? What is the seating arrangement? How it looks like? How useful it is for the students of junior school, and why it has been set up in junior school. So whatever you know about library, these are the points that you write. First you make a rough draft, then you make a fair draft, right? And complete this assignment, and then you will submit this assignment. I will create a link to submit these assignments. Okay, right then, I hope you understood how to write a factual paragraph. It is based on actually facts. Whatever you see with your eyes, that is what you write. So in the next class we will take up another lesson. Bye till then. Enjoy yourself.